Well, it's certainly not scary, but the astronaut costume is always popular at Halloween. And if you have an aspiring space explorer in your family, they can rest assured the food in orbit is improving. No longer are astronauts depending solely on tubes of barely edible, semi-liquid paste. Now, celebrity chefs are preparing meals. And even a local seafood company is contributing to orbital eating. As Geoff Hastings reports, their salmon jerky is out of this world.
1,000 pounds of wild salmon pours onto the West Coast Select production line. It's filleted, deboned, and prepared for smoking.
These fillets have been hand salted, and you notice the salt is now melting into the fish.
It's then smoked, and after a journey kept quiet to protect trade secrets, the salmon has become jerky, bound for store shelves and somewhere else out of this world. They're not the only salmon jerky company in Canada, but they're the only one that can claim to have their product consumed in space.
It's always fascinated me. I remember the first walk on the moon, and I followed the Apollo series, and it's always been an interest to me for sure. And to have the product go up was just a real amazing thrill.
This view inside the Soyuz capsule.
On the left, Canadian astronaut Bob Thirsk is bound for the International Space Station. He's a BC native, and for this trip specifically requested the West Coast jerky to save for a treat in the later months in orbit.
Your taste and your smell, it begins to deteriorate with time spent in space. So I was looking for childhood memories. I was looking for a Canadian delicacy that's world-renowned.
I was pleasantly surprised, and they let us know that they would have to take the product and really put it through the test, because the last thing they want to do is have anybody get sick or the product not hold up.
The astronauts do some things you do. In space, they drank Tang.
Astro food has long fascinated us, brands becoming famous as extraplanetary delicacies.
Well, I'm back.
He got both orange and grape flavored Tang.
But astronauts don't have much say in what they eat. Personal menu choices are limited and precious.
We do have a very nutritious menu that maintains our bones and our muscles and while we're in space. But like I said, it's kind of routine after a while.
The nice thing about jerky is, again, the low fat content, the high omega-3, and the fact that it can be stored into their ration phase.
For December's mission to the International Space Station, the Canadian Space Agency has requested for a fourth time that salmon jerky from Cloverdale be on board. It's a distinction for the business that's more exciting than profitable.
Did it ever occur to you at all that your product could be going into orbit?
No. This job has been just a rocket ride right from the beginning. I never dreamed it would develop into this.